Welcome to Let's Talk PCOS. I'm Christine, and if you've ever felt confused, dismissed, or overwhelmed on your PCOS journey, you're in the right place. This is where we connect the dots between hormones, inflammation, and real life support so you can understand your body instead of fighting against it. You don't have to figure this out alone. Let's talk PCOS.
After I was told I had PCOS, I walked away with one main message. This is a fertility issue. And it was something I deal with later if I wanted to. That framing stayed with me for a long time. What I didn't understand then, and what I wish someone would have explained to me, is that PCOS isn't something that shows up once and stays the same. It's lifelong, but not static. PCOS changes as we change. It can look one way in your teens, another in your 20s, and completely different again in midlife. And that's one of the reasons so many women feel confused by it. Because what you experience at one stage of life might not be what shows up later, and nobody prepares you for that. I also learned something else that completely shifted how I saw PCOS. No two women experience it the same way. There isn't a set version of PCOS. Some women are told they have lean PCOS. Others deal primarily with insulin resistance. Some experience significant cycle disruptions. Others struggle more with energy or metabolic changes. And yes, for some women, PCOS can shift over time. A woman who didn't experience insulin resistance early in her life might notice those changes later on. Someone who's never had weight changes may suddenly find their body responding very differently. That doesn't mean something went wrong. It means the condition could have evolved. But here's the problem. Most of the advice women receive assumes PCOS is fixed, that if you were diagnosed once, your experience should stay the same, or that if one approach worked for somebody else, it should work for you too. And when it doesn't, women often blame themselves. They think they're doing something wrong, that they're not disciplined enough, that their body is broken. But what I came to understand is this: PCOS is not a character flaw. It is not a failure of willpower. And it's not something that you can fix once and move on from. It's a condition that requires context. Your hormones, your metabolism, your stress levels, your stage of life, all of that matters. This is why one size fits all advice fails for so many women, because PCOS isn't just about ovaries, and it isn't just about periods or fertility. It is a whole body, lifelong condition. And when we only look at one piece of it, especially fertility, we miss the bigger picture. For me, understanding this was a relief. It explained why my body didn't respond the way I expected it to, why advice that worked for other women didn't always work for me. and why things that felt manageable at one point became harder or near impossible later on. Nothing about that made me broken. It made me human. And if you're listening to this and thinking, PCOS felt different for me 5 years ago than it does now, or I don't recognize my body anymore, that doesn't mean you failed. It means your body changed and PCOS changed with it. In the next video, I want to zoom out even more because there's another piece to this that really matters. How many women are living with PCOS and don't know they have it at all? And why is it still so commonly missed?
Thanks for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Real talk, real women, real life. See you next time on Let's Talk PCOS.